last and final day of the Kentucky GIS conference. We're going to be talking again. Oh, nice. Cinderella's Castle. Hey. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about feedback this morning regarding the GIS conference, and not so much the specific glitches that your conference chair has undertaken to accomplish every day. Other than that, we're looking at bigger picture things, bigger picture ideas for the feedback for the GIS conference going forward, right? So before we start really digging into that, we're going to give people a little more time to get in the room. People are steadily charging in here. But for the moment, we're going to go ahead and let Scott Dickinson talk a little bit about our sponsors. Scott.
Good morning again. Once again, welcome to the final day of the Kentucky GIS Conference. Again, I'd like to thank all of KAMP sponsors for this event. We can never say it enough about how impossible it would be for KAMP to put on this conference, and without their support, we just can't do it. And so we thank them again for their sponsorship and generosity in helping us put this show on. This morning's session is sponsored by AECOM. A longtime supporter of KAMP, AECOM is a premier, fully integrated professional and technical services firm serving clients in over 150 countries, providing a blend of global reach, local knowledge, innovation, and technical excellence in delivering customized and creative solutions that meet client needs. AECOM's Louisville office specializes in GIS services, roadway engineering, mitigation and sustainability planning, water resource engineering, bridge design, environmental compliance, air quality, and geoenvironmental services. Our clients receive a small firm relationship with the benefits of a large international firm. All right. Again, welcome to the final day, everybody. We made it.
Yay. Thank you, Scott. So once again, we are going to be using Menti to do our feedback. So give me a moment to switch things over here. Once again, operator error. Let's do this smoothly. Okay. So we have it's a different code today. So if you remembered yesterday's code, sorry. Let's write this down and get this in the chat. So you are going to go to menti.com. Once there, you are going to enter the code 10153233. Right. All right, I'm going to give people some time to get in there, and I'm going to get logged in on my phone there myself while people take a few moments. And we've already downloaded yesterday's feedback. It comes in both as a spreadsheet and as a PDF of the screen captures of the sort of summary slides that you all see. And so we're going to be able to really go through a lot of that data in detail and think about frequency of responses, note the unique responses where somebody had a creative idea that other folks maybe didn't mention, and it's going to give us a lot of ammunition to discuss as we're going forward and making plans and hopefully moving back toward more in-person activities or hybrid activities. That was actually one of the key pieces of feedback yesterday. So let's see. If I quit talking and get logged in, there we go. So when you do get logged in, if you want, you get that first slide and there's a little heart at the bottom. Hit that little heart and we can watch the numbers go up, and we know that people are checked in and people are logged in, and we can start moving on with some of the questions. So we'll give things again another minute or so, and then we'll scoot forward and start the feedback. But we really do appreciate everybody being here today. I know 3 days of Zoom can be challenging. So Andrew and crew have done a wonderful job of building in breaks and trying to make this something manageable. And then just all the different people that have volunteered presentations and made the content, I think, really interesting and worthwhile. So I'm really enjoying this week, and I hope you all are too. So yeah, 15 people checked in. We're going to go ahead and give this a try. For anybody who's just getting logged in, again, you need to go to menti.com, MENTI.com, and then use the code 10153233. The information's in the chat. So let's go give this a try. First question. It's pretty simple. How many KAMP conferences have you attended? Outstanding. And I am super excited about all of them, and this is my first. And it's pretty evenly split otherwise beyond that. Okay, cool. So let's give you about 30 more seconds. Anybody who wants to chime in here. Again, if you're just getting logged in, go to menti.com and put in the code 10153233. You've got about 10 more seconds on this particular answer just to kind of practice getting your feedback set here. And with the next one, we're going to be getting into some of the real content here. So that's it. Really awesome. 5 of our people in the room have been to all of the KAMP conferences. That's pretty darn cool. And we have 1 newcomer, so glad you're here. So let's go on to the next question. If you have attended past in-person KAMP conferences, what did you find most useful and valuable from those conferences? So this is a short answer. You can submit more than one time. Opportunities, networking, workshops, relationship building, mentorship, networking. I see a pattern coming here. Networking, yeah, okay. Relationships, networking, presentations, interactions. Fantastic. Okay, so 45 seconds, this question will close. I think our answers are coming in pretty consistent here. That's good. Esri Learning Lab, okay. Getting to see other parts of the state. That's always nice. Kind of with you on that. Social events, the range of GIS activities. Seeing demos of how concepts have been applied. I love that because we're all have different goals in our specific offices, but we're using some of the same tools, and it's interesting to see how different people are applying some of those different technologies. I agree, that's great. It's 10 seconds, and we'll be switching to the next question. Awesome. Appreciate everybody. Okay, so let's go on to the next question here. What are possible elements of a virtual conference that we should include in future conferences? So we've had 2 now, right? Last year, this year, 2 virtual conferences and a whole year and a half of other virtual conferences. Whoever you are, I love you too. Oh, more surveys, yay. Recordings of the sessions, virtual snacks. I like that. We figure that out. It's like the the replicator on Star Trek, right? You know, just send everybody some chips and dip.
And hey, a quick reminder, you may have to click go to next slide on your
Very
side
good.
as well. So,
So watch for the go to slide or move to next.
yeah.
Pay attention on your phone. When we switch to a slide, you may have to do that. Thanks for the reminder, Andrew. Hybrid all sessions. Yeah. Now that is a challenge. How do we make sure the tech works in multiple rooms and communicate the access and manage that? There's a conference management challenge, which then comes back to our solicitation for people participating in the committee and participating with helping put on the conference. To accomplish some of these things will take some help, but we have the expertise and we have the talent in the group. We're just going to have the bodies to help us accomplish some of these things. So let's slow this down. So about 30 seconds more on this one. Breakout rooms. Yeah, we can absolutely do this live as well. I've seen Menti used in other things. This is my first conference using Menti with a group, but I'm going to use it on a couple other things now because we have several projects where there's a relatively large group of people participating, and this is going to be, I think, a really good way to kind of quickly get people's thoughts into a usable format. So this is, I'm excited at how this is coming in. So let's go to the next question. Now, do you have ideas for social events at future KAMP conferences? So this time, Ryan Herman and crew put together some wonderful social events. We had the Mapathon and we had the scavenger hunt. Do you have ideas for live or virtual social events at future KAMP conferences? Hiking, group volunteering, Mapathon. Somebody mentioned the Brew Pub tour, so go ahead. Somebody go ahead and put that in there. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Geocaching. Yeah, that's always been a popular one. Geolocator, brewer bourbon spots, brewery tour. Bike ride, kayaking, outdoor activity, GIS bingo. I love it. A masked singer competition. I love this. These are the ammunition we could get for extortion is that's fantastic. Karaoke, a costume contest. Oh, I love this. Field trip session. Yes. Rock, paper, scissors tournament. Yes. Attraction unique to host area. A game of assassin throughout the. Ooh, disc golf. Nice. I like it. These are some fantastic ideas. Awesome. Thank you all. Those are going to go great. Plenty of options for the next one, and the one after that probably. And so it's similar, but off-site activities associated with future KAMP conferences. And the basis for the question was like a golf scramble. Somebody had suggested a golf scramble kind of thing, and so they're two very similar. Camp Nelson tour. Hey, I like it. Disc golf. So very similar questions. I get that. And so we won't leave this one up for too long because it turns out it maybe is a little redundant. But, ooh, a 5K. Okay. Canoe, kayak, float, cornhole tournament, beer. Beer is good. A camp out. That's okay. If nothing else, that's worth it just for the pun. That's awesome. Throwing axes, but not, we can't get that confused with the disc golf, okay? We've got to keep those, drone races. Ooh, yeah. Or gladiator drones. That could get expensive. I don't know. Okay, laser tag. All right, so wonderful. There's some really good. So, all right. So yesterday, people talked about state parks as locations for quarterlies. So this question isn't about our GIS conference. This is about quarterlies or about during the year workshops. This is not about, but places that could handle 20 to 40 people in a meeting room that would have enough Wi-Fi internet access. Hit me with specific state parks. There we go. Because historically, we've been in the Golden Triangle, Owensboro, Bowling Green, right? We need to go east at some point. We need to get better connectivity all over. So awesome. Okay. So we'll. Excellent. Okay, this will help. And so I'm definitely seeing the pattern of universities and state parks are the places for us to look. And so we just definitely need to be thinking about moving things around. And the more lily pads we can land on, the better, I think. So bank vault. Okay. I'm super curious about that one, but yeah, so EKU, all right. Now, more specific, what Eastern Kentucky venues could handle the conference? We're looking at 200 to 300 people potentially. Now we know there's places, Lexington, Louisville, Bowling Green, Northern Kentucky, Owensboro. Do the state parks have a meeting room that can handle 200 to 300 people? And I'm not
that far east.
I'm not dismissing. I don't know because I haven't stayed at that many state parks. Because if I can drive home at night, I usually do. So my overnights tend to be farther away. Okay. All right, so let's start the countdown here. A few more. I assumed it would be a little more limited, but we'll check state parks. We'll check EKU and Moorhead, Pikeville. Okay, Pikeville Conference Center. Okay, that helps. Downtown Pikeville has breweries. That's good. Appalachian Wireless Arena. Thank you. Okay. Center for Rural Development, Mountain Arts Center. Okay. Gives us some options. Yeah, we'll get those. All right. Okay. So, and I believe this might be the final question. Okay. Now, this is not, okay, so this question is going to be structured a little differently. I've put multiple options in here, and I want to explain before you start clicking things. You're going to be able to, the first one you put is what I'd like it to be is where you want to go next, and then after, and then after, and then after, et cetera. And it's going to take off, like if you choose, for example, Paducah first, then when you go to your second option, it's going to give you the whole list again, except Paducah, right? So it's a ranked order. So your top priority, then your second priority, then your third priority. You can enter 1 answer, you can enter 8 answers. And a little more explanation here. We already have 3 entities interested in hosting the conference next year. Owensboro has packaged together a bid for us for next year. Hotel in Erlanger contacted us unsolicited, has put in a bid for next year. And there are 4 hotels in Lexington that put in bids for 2020, and we had to cancel on them, and for 2021, and we had to cancel on them. And so as you are making your choices, that's all I'm going to say. So and what I will probably be doing is I will be working with the 2022 president-elect, and we will be trying to line things up sooner. So at the next conference, we will be able to tell you when and where the next conference will be so that we're a year ahead, okay? So I'm going to give everybody, things are still shuffling a little bit. I'm going to let this run for 1 more minute. But at the moment, well, you can see the results. You can see what's going on here. The last in-person conference, okay. The last one was Louisville, and then Bowling Green before that. Is that correct? Okay. So 2021 virtual, 2020 was virtual, 2019 was Louisville, 2018 was Bowling Green. Anne Marie, thank you very much. That matches my recollection. Okay, so here's what this looks like. So we will, I think, pretty conclusively look at Lexington for our 2022 conference. We had several good options. Feel free to drop in the chat, okay? We have downtown options, and then we have edge of town, an edge of town option, okay? There's 2 edge of town options and 2 downtown options that have expressed interest in Lexington. Do people have a preference about being downtown Lexington versus out by the interstate? Got it. Okay, that's enough. Pretty clear. Got it. All right. So we will look at the downtown options for Lexington for 2022. It turns out they're making a really new, big, giant convention center down there we might actually be able to use. Maybe the construction will be done by then. Lexington does have a 21C, yes. Marriott City Center, okay. Yeah, they just came online and they had not gotten in on the bids for the previous ones. So yeah, okay. So this is wonderful information. And just like that, we've reached almost the end of our time, and we have some wonderful feedback from you all. I really appreciate that. That's going to be extremely useful. And so whoever the dedicated individual who has been elected president-elect, we'll be working with them to use this information to set up a wonderful conference for you next year. So looking forward. Yes, Morgan Absher. There is a new entertainment center in Rupp Arena. It'd be a fantastic place for a social. We have biking, walking trail downtown. We have history downtown. We have Lexington downtown is nice. We've got a lot going on here. So I'm absolutely confident we can put together pretty good return to in-person. You know, I think we're going to be able to do this in style. So with that, we've whittled through a lot of our announcements at this point. It's really down to the map gallery. So if you haven't yet, go to the map gallery, make your choices. And we'll be finding out the winners of that very soon. Otherwise, you know, you've got about 30 minutes. Go stretch. Go remind yourself that there's some sunshine outside. We will see you at 10 o'clock at a different link. Remember that you got an email that has the updated links, or keeps the up-to-date links for our conference sessions. So in a few minutes, this session will be shutting down, and we'll see you at 10 o'clock for session 14. I'll keep an eye on the chat as any new ideas come in. But yeah, I think we've got some great information, and really appreciate what everybody's done today. So thank you all. Good morning, and enjoy day 4 of the Kentucky GIS Virtual Conference.